Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. It's Monday here, and I know it's kind of in a pissy mood, so sometimes when I'm like that, what I like to do is go lose myself in the vinyl stores, and I did that. Just went and kind of, hit some dollar bins, and also stopped by Goodwill and pick up some really good stuff actually. So that's always good when you can, go in with 10, 12 bucks and come home with quite a bit of good stuff. That's basically what I did here. So I just want to kind of share with you a few of the things that I picked up today, and just kind of go from there. Mixture of cassettes and vinyl LPs, and again, everything I bought vinyl-wise all came out of the dollar bin, so some really good finds there. What's playing in the background, if you hear that really cool riff, if you can hear it, reminds me a lot of Metallica's Wherever I May Roam, even though this came out first. But what I'm playing in the background is this right here, which is the one and only Cycle Sluts from Hell. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that band before, but I'd actually first heard of them when I read about them in the Encyclopedia of Heavy Metal. And I listened to a couple of their things on YouTube before, but I never actually came across any of their records or anything, so it was kind of cool to find them on cassette there. Again, Cycle Sluts from Hell. I think this is self-titled, I believe. But anyway, cool stuff there. So yeah, let me start off with the cassettes, and then I'll go to the LPs. Oh yeah, and the Vinyl Community Love Train, the video that I put up a little while ago. I've been, kind of setting stuff up with people, and I've promised some stuff to some people, and just all kinds of things. So it's been going pretty cool. I got here, make sure I don't put any address or anything out there, but you can see I got a lot of stuff kind of boxed up here, ready to go, and some more over there, and I actually need to get a couple more boxes for a few other things, so all that should be going out probably tomorrow. I'll get pretty much the majority of everything in the mail. So yeah, that's been really fun, kind of communicating with you guys and being able to, know I can hook some people up with a few things. But anyway, let me dive into it. New finds. Let's start with cassettes. I showed you the Cycle Sluts from Hell. Deep Purple, Nobody's Perfect, on clear cassette. Britney Fox, Boys in Heat, another good find. And then also picked up Warlock, True as Steel, as well as Warlock, Triumph and Agony. Oasis, Definitely Maybe. And then some really good pickups here too. Typo Negative, that was pretty nice. The Origin of Feces, that was a really good pickup, as well as Typo Negative, October Rust. So those are two really good finds there. Vince Neil, Exposed, as well as Nazareth's Greatest Hits, which is another really good find. And then of course my girl, and I didn't realize how little I had of her on cassette. Pretty much everything I have is on vinyl. But Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is I Love Rock and Roll, of course. Kind of cool too. Last time I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they were doing a Women of Rock and Roll thing, and they actually had this outfit there that Joan wore for this photograph, which was, I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. They had the scarf, the chain, the jacket, and everything. It was pretty cool. But anyway, more Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is Notorious. I'm not very familiar with this album in terms of all the songs on it, but it's Joan Jett. Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. Of course, everyone knows that one. Oop. There we go. Case coming apart there. There we go. And more Joan Jett there. So, pretty good pickups there, and I showed you the Cycle Sluts from Hell already. And then as far as vinyl goes, let me show you a couple things here. Mostly kind of R&B and funk is what I found in the dollar bins this time, but some pretty cool stuff, I think. Let's start off here with Rick James. This is Bustin' Out. some of his early work from 1979. I think Bustin' Out's probably the best track on this album, but I mean, again, it's Rick James, so you can never go wrong there. More Rick James, The Flag. A little bit of wear right there on the cover, but the vinyls are in really good condition, and again, it's only $1, so that's a good Rick James pickup. Underworld, Underneath the Radar. Another good find. Here's a good one too. Bobby Womack's Greatest Hits. Very, very good LP right there. And this has everything on it from his cover of Sweet Caroline to Woman's Gotta Have It. Just all kinds of good stuff there. So that was a good find. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Like I said, mostly R&B pickups. This is Imagination, which of course has Midnight Train to Georgia on it. Luther Vandross. Not a huge fan of him, but the stuff I do like is typically really good stuff. And this has the duet that he did with Dionne Warwick, How Many Times Can We Say Goodbye? I definitely like that song. Again, more R&B. Kool and the Gang, Love and Understanding. This is from 70... I thought this was the 70s, wasn't it? Yeah, 76. Sometimes it's hard to forget that Kool and the Gang was around that long. I mean, jeez. But that's, I said, Love and Understanding, and this is the one, of course, that had Hollywood Swingin' on it. Pretty popular track. Not so R&B, but still one of my favorite artists from the 80s, Christopher Cross. Some more good stuff. And then two others that I picked up here, and these were two that I just kind of took a chance on. And I'd never heard this artist before, and I saw this in a dollar bin and just decided, you know, it's $1, give it a shot, who cares, we'll see what happens. And man, I ended up loving this. I guess his name, I think it's pronounced Najee, I'm not exactly sure. But it's called Najee's Theme. And basically, I mean, it's jazz, but it's more, it's smooth jazz, you know, the more contemporary smooth jazz type stuff, which personally I like. I mean, a lot of people sometimes think that's like, I guess, elevator music that some people will say sometimes. But I've always liked smooth jazz. I think it's a really, really kind of funked up form of jazz to me. But I'm not very familiar with a lot of artists when it comes to smooth jazz. I mean, I listen to a lot of things on the radio or, you know, like the digital cable. You know, they have like a smooth jazz station. But I said I'm not familiar with a lot of artists. Rick Braun is probably the one artist that I have multiple pieces by that I really, really like his stuff. But again, I pulled this out and listened to it, and I'm just like, man, I just found a new favorite artist because I love what he does. And so then I went back and found this one as well. I said that was called Najee's or Najee, again, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, Theme. And then this is Day by Day, which is another one by him as well. But again, really, really, really good stuff. So I'm glad that, you know, I kind of have some smooth jazz on vinyl. And if there's any other artists out there, that any of you guys that are into smooth jazz, because that doesn't seem to be, or I should say that's one kind of genre, if you will, of music that I can't really say I've seen a lot, if any, people really talk about in the vinyl community. And, you know, I mean, we've gone off in a lot of different directions with, you know, from the most common stuff, like me holding up something like Joan Jett, to, you know, Derek or Big Star holding up something that you're like, who the heck is that? You know, just kind of like, you know, genres all over the place. But smooth jazz is the one that I just kind of thought about after I got these LPs, that I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone that shared anything. But then again, I'm not familiar with smooth jazz artists, so maybe I've seen some albums and I didn't know they were smooth jazz. But anyway, for those of you that are into it, you know, Rick Braun and stuff like this, definitely, if you would, shoot me a couple of messages, just kind of share with me some of your favorite artists and, you know, stuff like that, because I would definitely like to get a little more into that genre. But anyway, that's all I have for now, VC. Like I said, just a few quick dollar finds. I think between all those cassettes and the albums, I spent like $13 or $14 or something like that, which again was a lot of music for not much at all. I'll be getting those packages out in the next day or two, and as always, VC, thanks for watching. Alright, take care, guys and gals.